Moving on now with chilly temperatures and the occasional snow, winter in Nebraska can be a pretty magical time of the year.
It's also a great time to witness the bald eagles as they flock to areas with open water. Joining us now with more is Monica McCoubry with Nebraska Game and Parks. Monica, good to see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yes.
Talking bald eagles today, of course, well known here in the U.S. What are some characteristics of them that really stand out?
Yeah, so the name bald eagle, they get their name because of the white head that they have, but they don't actually always have that. So they don't get that until they're 5 years old. So a little bit later on, when they're young or immature or juveniles as we call them, they're kind of spotted and they're dark brown and white. They almost look like a hawk, so it's kind of hard to tell the difference. But once they turn 5, they get that white head, the white tail, the yellow bill, and they're pretty distinguished, like we've talked about. So
You know, it does seem like people are seeing them more, or maybe talking about them more. Is that true? Are we seeing more of them?
Yeah, so it's a great story because it's one of those like conservation successes. So we always hear the doom and gloom, but this is one that has come literally back from the brink of extinction. Back in the 40s, they used this pesticide called DDT that almost wiped out the bald eagles, and it was banned in '72. And just since from then, we've just seen a ton of bald eagle increases. They used to be very rare. Now we see them in Nebraska. They're common residents. They're here all the time, but again, kind of the winter time is the best time to see large numbers of them.
All right, let's talk about some good areas where people can go to see the eagles.
Yeah, we were just talking about this, John. There's a great place outside of Alma, Sutherland Reservoir, Lake McConaughey, Lake Ogallala. There's a great place just south of Gavin's Point Dam, and then also places like Harlan County Reservoir. So any of those large areas with open ice, open water, and a little bit of ice still.
I know some people have seen them down by Nebraska City, crossing the Missouri River there.
Yeah, we just saw one yesterday on the interstate coming back from Kearney. So they're again really common, and it's nice to see that they've come back after almost being gone forever. So
Yeah, and I've heard even Lake Wanahoo, you know, kind of up by Wahoo is not a bad place.
Yep, anywhere where there's food and ice is a good place to see eagles.
You were saying that they like that, a little bit of water, a little bit of ice.
Yes, they do. There's a lot of animals that also like the open water, so it's like buffet style for them to grab something to eat and also hang out with their friends. So.
All right, what'd you bring in here today?
Yeah, so I just brought a couple of things just for people to see just how large bald eagles are. So here's a skull. It's a plastic skull, but it's a bald eagle one. And then just to showcase the size, this is a blue jay. So blue jays are also kind of a larger bird we think of, but bald eagles just showing that huge difference. And then also I brought a fake foot of a bald eagle, just showing again how large these talons are and how big they are, and then also an egg. When we think about heavy it is and how it looks, it's a little bit obviously larger than a chicken egg. So yeah,
that is really interesting. And again, they are, you know, they're very protected, aren't they?
So actually they are not on a list of endangered species or anything. They're doing rather well. We used to monitor them at Game and Parks, but we actually stopped in 2018 because they were doing good, and we think there's about 200 to 300 nests around the state now. So.
Big nests.
Big nests, very large nests, yes.
All right, Monica, thank you.